Yo, welcome to a special with the Armoury here. Obviously, breaking news as it comes, really. We've got James and GunnerKing. How you two doing? First and foremost, Happy New Year to you both.
Yeah, you too, man. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, man, all good. Well, Arsenal midfielder Ainsley Maitland-Niles is now a Roma player to the end of the season, at least. With a couple of players going for AFCON, most notably in midfield, Partey and El Neni, and also Pepe. That's 3 players gone for this, for this month, and then obviously Maitland-Niles going for the rest of the season. It looks like hopefully we should have some players incoming. Talks accelerated between Arsenal and Roma over the last few days, and I think Roma wanted the option to purchase, but Arsenal rejected that, and apparently it's just a straight loan to the end of the season. Going to come to yourself first, James. I mean, initial feelings, reactions to
I don't know, mixed emotions. I think I was a bit shocked that we were letting him go. To be honest, not that we were letting him go, but we were letting him go at this time. Yeah. As you said, we have no one. We have penalty giving Merchant and then Sammy Lokonga in midfield. Like that's who we have now.
That's
and then we have Charlie Patino, right? Maybe, but he's on the outskirts of the whole squad. So I was questioning the decision to let him go. I still am, because he's another
timing,
body,
isn't it? Really,
and when he has played, he's done all right. He's done pretty decently. So I don't know. I'm excited though, because I mean, surely, right? This indicates we're getting somebody at least. I don't know who, but somebody must be coming in. That's my hope, because I don't think we're that dumb to let our backup midfielder go and not bring anyone in. We may be, I don't know, but we'll see.
No, we're not.
King, first reactions?
Nail on the head. Look, Ainsley Maitland-Niles is Arsenal through and through, one of the Hale End boys, one of our own, always will be. Wish him all the best. If he is to leave, if he is to stay, then I'm not going to be overly disappointed. But at the same time, I do think, with the greatest respect, there is better out there. He's
available.
Well, yeah, I think there are. Yeah, and I think he's. I think, if it's a case of him getting more game time and developing his career and doing what's best for himself, he's not really getting the minutes, that his game needs to go to that next level. So I think for him, it would be a good move. Chance to work with Jose Mourinho, who does have Premier League experience.
Yeah.
I think will be a good guy for him to work with. They've already got Tammy Abraham out there that will help him settle money for us. And I think the loan option at the end then, so is there no obligation to buy at the end?
No optional mandate to buy. So it's just a straight loan to the end of the season. The one little thing I just wanted to add really is just the fact that at the end of the season, he will only have 1 year left on his contract, which is obviously, I would say now this is an indicator basically that he will begin this summer. I don't believe he will sign a new contract.
I think at the end of the day, like if he does well and there's no obligation of a fee, then that can actually work in your favor, because you might undersell how good his talents turn out to be. I think it'll be very clear after, sort of playing between now and the end of the season.
Yeah, the only
how
problem
impactful
with that
he is, and then it just gives you that bit.
Length.
Yeah, but it still gives you that position of strength, though, to be able to say, look, he's a tested entity in your team, has experience in your league now, has settled, can hit the ground running next season, and to just drive up the value as much as possible, to be honest. I think, look, you're looking at it now, I think him, Guendouzi, and Torreira, those other two have got options. I think they're 13 million each, roughly, both of those options. So that's like 26 million for those. I think if we can get anything similar to that, then that's, just shy of 50 million.
Yeah,
that
I
you
think we should
raised.
be looking for that. Really, I
That's
think
that's more than enough to spend on a competent midfielder, and I think as long as the funds can be offset from being made available in January to go and get someone in January, I think then what you're looking at is a striker deal that you can finance with none. Like you've offset that with funds that you're taking back in, so you can just kind of allocate funds to getting a striker. That's how I've always envisaged this window working, to be honest.
It's going to be something which the team have got to start working around the clock, because as James mentioned, we only have El Neni and Lokonga really as recognised central midfielders. Yeah, we're you have Wilshere training with us, but that'll be a wild left side really if he was to get a contract, players you play kind of contract. But I think that the medical is going to be all wrapped up within the next 48 hours for him, and I think what he then has the work permit issues and stuff that needs to be sorted out. So it's not 100%, but you could say it's 95% done. Roma apparently wanted to buy him this month. However, they are not in a financial position to do so. I think they have they want to sell some players. I think it's Paul Lopez, Cengiz Onga, I think it is under Cengiz Onga, and Justin Kluivert. But I think those players they're going to be looking to sell to raise the funds. And as you say, we'll see what happens if we can get 15, anything close to 15 million for him. I think that will probably be.
They were lowballing us again. They were doing the whole Xhaka situation. They were offering like 8 million euros, I think, 8 to 10 million, which is like 5 to 7 million. Yeah. It's like, come on, we can get more than that.
Exactly. And I think that's it. These guys are absolutely. I'm sorry to say, but they're taking a piss, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit.
Before we crack on, I just want to run out a few comments. Cannon FC, how you doing? Big up yourself as well. Gumza, big yourself up, bro. I hope you're well. Yeah, you're right. Gunnar Gumza saying for him, I'm happy he's leaving because he deserves more minutes on the pitch. I think he's kind of been sometimes. I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel he's been disrespected is a too strong a word, but sometimes I feel that he's been kind of like pushed to the side somewhat, most notably when Xhaka came straight back from injury. When you had Maitland-Niles, who had a man in the match performance, and he come, was it against Southampton, I believe it was, and then Xhaka comes straight back into the team. Mr. Silver Fox, this means Bruno Guimaraes is coming. I'm all for it. Hold your horses there.
Massive upgrade.
It would be a massive upgrade, but I hold your horses on that. I mean, as we know, January is notorious for buying players. Do teams want to sell at this time? Mid-season, the disruption it causes, etc., etc. So, guys, obviously, it looks like Maitland-Niles won't be playing any more football for the Arsenal again. Is there any kind of eulogies or anything you want to put out there for Maitland-Niles? It's a shame. He's only 24, academy product. It's sad, really, that someone he does have talent, but probably doesn't fit Arteta's system. James,
man.
Yeah, or King. Is there anything that you guys want to mention about him, and any special moments from him that you want to mention?
You can go, King.
Yeah, I think it is definitely sad. I obviously always hold more of a regard for Haaland Academy products, but by the same token, I think for too long now we just haven't been very forthgiving, very clever, or very efficient. And in these situations in the past, I think, look, the player isn't really having a long kind of sustained impact on the first team squad at the moment. So it's really, in everyone's interest that, the player gets minutes, but also, the club moves on and that we're able to kind of gain anything, for a transfer fee for the player. Obviously,
I think Gums Ahead has put this in, and I
was about to say the FA Cup winning team as well. There was a few performances against United, where he's been really good, and I think in Arteta's beginning, the early start of his reign, I think in that run in until the end of the season, he did quite well for him. But I think after sort of the time that he's spent here, being 24 now, probably, I think by the time you're like 22, 21, like the latest, you want to be kind of playing game in, game out. And if you're not doing that, then it's all about finding a level and a place and a team where that's more likely. Like, this was a guy that I believe, he's been capped for England.
Yep.
And, if those are aspirations that he wishes to have in the future, then he's got to give himself minutes. And I just don't think really, he said he didn't want to play at fullback, that he wanted to play in centre midfield. Maybe, rotation in the squad, he might have been kept in those areas. But look, if it's not in the player's interest to play, in any other position but midfield, and our options are stronger there, then it's just, we just have to part ways.
I agree with that, and with what you're saying, 100%. I mean, there is a player in there, as you mentioned him, being an international, England international. James, I mean, with regards to his loan period at West Brom last year, we was really looking to see a play, with him playing week in, week out, and then coming back to us to hopefully then push on. What happened with him?
He just didn't perform, did he? I respect Ainsley a lot, relatively, because he's from Hayland and he plays for a club. But his career so far has been so mismanaged. We should have sold him when we got that offer from Wolves for like 25, 30 million, whatever it was.
Yeah, that was
then he should have moved on. I understand and rate his commitment for wanting to play centre mid. I get that. But we haven't seen the glimpses of what he's obviously seeing, and he had a chance to nail down right back. Like if it was me, if it was you, if it was King, we have any opportunity to play for this club, we're going to take it.
Yeah.
And a lot of the expectations from the Hale end is that you do that. Saka play left back, you play wherever. Like you got to take your chances when you get them. But saying that, I do wish him the best of luck. I hope he kills it in Roma, simply because he'll be playing in a higher league. It'll be a better move for him, and we get a higher fee for him. So all the best to him.
No, I concur 100%. Well, I guess, as I say, as we said at the top of this show, it opens up the door now really for incoming. And I really do hope that the timing of this may have been kind of, how would I say, eased in Arsenal's kind of way because of the likely postponement of the Carabao Cup game against Liverpool. Obviously, I don't want to go too much into that, but the likelihood is that game is to be postponed. Just a quick one, though, on that. I know this is a Maitland-Niles special. Tottenham got a bye against Leyton Orient when Leyton Orient couldn't field a team due to COVID. Should the same energy be afforded then to Liverpool?
No.
No,
they've changed. They've changed the precedent, really. So I don't think it's a case of like the case is the same.
So the trouble is, though, when is this game? This game will not be played until next month. That's, and then
like it's unfortunate, but I think, I don't know. I'm pretty sure, I need to double check, but I'm pretty sure that they've changed it more recently in
They probably
light
have.
of
They probably
on-court
have.
there. So, I mean, are the same rules applicable? I don't necessarily think that's the case, but in any case, I want to see the game played. I don't want to win games that way. Like,
yeah.
We're not Tottenham Hotspur. We don't need to rely on. Well,
Buys.
actually, it didn't go in their favour at all. Yeah, well, the buys, and then more recently where they got thrown out of the Conference League. You know, I'd rather see these matches played as a spectator. You know, and I think it'd be a good test. You know, I think playing Liverpool in this cup after sort of the way that we played against City. I think, though, I maintain that those are tests that that these young players need to go through to get better. So we'll see when they reschedule the game. Obviously, it's not ideal, but yeah, I think I'm going to wait and see what happens in the next 48 hours anyway. But if it does get pulled off, I don't think it will be a case of it necessarily being under the same circumstances.
Yeah. Well, Liverpool have put an application in for it to be postponed, so we'll find out. Just a quick one here from Mr. Fox. I love Fofty. That's his nickname. Has great times, has great gains in him, but consistency was always an issue for me. I do hope he does well out there in Serie A. 100%. We all do hope he does well. Who knows? And regarding the Liverpool game, this game cannot be rescheduled as it's two-legged cup tie. Forfeit 3-0. Only thing that can be done, in my opinion. That's the thing. So when it's going to be rescheduled, God knows. Hey, look at it. New year, but hey, still fashionably late.
What are you talking about, bro? Look, now. Don't try and get onto me. I wasn't supposed to be on the stream, but I just got so motivated by you guys talking after I finished my stream. I thought, let me jump on and hang out with the brothers. Happy New Year. Happy 2020.
Happy New Year.
You know what I'm saying? So,
bless, bro. Bless. Happy New Year, man. It's good to see you. Good to have you on. We've missed you, man. It's been a minute. How you been?
Always a pleasure. I've been good, man. Obviously, I'm a bit devastated by my guy Fofty's on the move now. Do you get what I'm saying?
So give me your take on it. I mean, you know, one of the things that we was hoping for last season was that when he went to West Brom, we'd see something special from him. Mm-hmm. To kind of see that we've got a player in there, because literally last summer was the crossroads, because at the end of this summer he has a year left, and if by now he's not had a new contract put in front of him, it's very unlikely he's going to have.
For sure. His Arsenal career is definitely done. This just consolidates it. And one thing that really started to make me believe he was done, I think me and James were debating about it a few weeks back, was after the Watford game where he was basically, was it Watford where he got man of the match more or less?
Sorry, yeah, I got it wrong. I thought it was the Southampton, but you're right, it was the Watford game.
Yeah, the Watford, he got man of the match, and then he never got a run in the side. And if ever you were gonna get a run in the side, I thought it would be after a man of the match display. So after that, I was like, do you know what? His number's up. Like, Arteta's not feeling him, because if he was, this time would be the perfect time for him to get some game time at minutes as well. And if Arteta had showed some more faith and maybe played him for a few more games after that man of the match, who knows what we could have had. But it hasn't worked out. But the benefit of this loan deal is it means we categorically have to sign a central midfielder in January. There's no excuses. There's no if, buts, or maybes about it. Bring me Bruno Guimaraes. Bring me Gini Ronaldo. One of them two need to come in this transfer window.
So I get, okay. Moving on from that. Thank you, Mr. Niger. James King. Any names of who should be brought in? Realistic names.
Definitely Guimaraes for me.
Yep.
That's the guy I want. I really like him. I think he's strong.
There's no talk of Basuma anymore. What's that?
I think with Basuma, I think with Guimaraes, I just think there's no, obviously I don't know what's going on with Basuma's issue or whatever, but I just think he's got a bit more
flair to his game, I think.
Well, yeah, there's flair. I think, you know, his phicality is
why is no one mentioning Neves after
yesterday's
can use
both his feet.
I was going to
get into that. Both his feet. I think as well, for what we would pay for Bissouma, I don't know.
Same. I think it'll be the same. Like, for me, the only reason I'm kind of pushing against the Bissouma situation is I had a situation where it was, if we don't sign him in summer, we're not going to sign him. For the sheer fact that in January there was the African nations, so I can't see us signing any. I can't see us signing a Kessie
don't make the sense,
or Bissouma, in this January window. And I still wouldn't mind him, but because of the Nations Cup, it doesn't really make sense. But yeah, I wouldn't mind a Bruno Neves. I wouldn't mind a Ruben Neves or Bruno Guimaraes. Or worst case scenario, a 6-month loan deal to summer for Wijnaldum. But yeah, sorry. That's my 2 cents.
James?
Well, I've been hot on Bruno for a while. Not that I fancy him, but I want him at Arsenal. No, I've wanted Bruno for a long time. I think we look in the French league for the players we want, like Bruno Guimaraes, Kamara, Aouar, any of those 3. I'm chilling. Like, I'm having a good time. So yeah, man.
Go on, James, with the Portuguese pronunciation.
Yeah,
I like that.
Here's my man, and he's wounded. He's wounded on Monday. Massive window for you, Goonbugs. You're in a great position to strike for top 4. Be interesting to see who you sign. It will be. I know Mondy's wounded after yesterday, boy. And this league ain't big enough for 2 Brunos. I tell you what, your man's on the decline. So I think you know
you better focus on not getting relegated, then, innit?
I tell you, boy, their Bruno's playing a bit more like Frank Bruno right now, boy. So, boy,
for real,
that miss yesterday. Oh my good grief. Listen, guys, I just want to thank you all, and it's a Happy New Year. United obviously rubber stamp that Happy New Year as well. But yeah, Ruben Neves, I think that would be a great shout. He's someone that would walk into our team, I think, running, hit the ground running. He knows the Premiership. He's been playing, in the Premiership for a number of years. And yesterday, for me, just kind of like cemented, do you know what? This guy can play. Him and Moutinho dominated that midfield and took the mix. There was one ball, what was about 60 feet in the air, dropped down, one touch, Neves touch, boom, got out of his feet. Right? No, he played it. He just touched.
Pass.
It was a centre midfield, and the ball had snow in it basically by the time it come down, and the touch was just sublime, and he just like knocked it off, and you can see straight away it's the type of player that Arteta would fit into that system. But yeah, there's a whole month of this, a whole month of rumours. We've got to do our business quick, and I'm pretty sure now that the fact, as we've said on numerous occasions, we've only got Xhaka and Lokonga as your recognised midfielders, and we've got some big games coming up this month, especially our next league game. Which
must win, not even a draw, a must win.
Well, this is the thing, man. I think like what Nigerian Englishman was saying about the summer, it's definitely got to apply for the January, whereby if we can have this business done before the 16th, I think that's more than enough time. I've already seen a number of transfers that have been confirmed today and yesterday. So look, we gotta get this done before that game, because if we're not going to have Thomas Partey for that game, you're left with the choice of Xhaka and Sambi. Well, there's no choice.
No, that is
it is literally those two. So I think that really puts impetus on not only getting the deal done, but getting it done before that game.
He's not ready yet, Mr. Fox. He's not ready.
We can't be casting him to the walls, man. That's 100. I think it's got to be done. It's got to be done before the 16th of January. We're at such a crucial point. I can abide waiting for the striker until the last day if it has to go down to it. That I don't mind, but that midfielder has to be there before that Tottenham game. Without
do you know what I can see him doing?
Please.
I can see him
Don't say Wilshere. Don't say Wilshere.
Putting Odegaard in the middle with him and playing.
I don't mind either. I don't mind that either. But I think,
not against the
even at that, what you're doing is you're reducing yourself of a substitute option. You know, it's all well and good thinking about, yeah, this is what we're going to do to tinker the first 11, but effectively you've taken a man off the bench there. Or there's no recognised centre midfield backup unless you're going to use Smith Rowe there as well. But then you're taking away someone that can play on the left. Do you see what I mean? Obviously Martinelli will be fit, but I suppose, you know, having left ESR out for the last couple of games, maybe he's going to put him in. But the point is, none of those guys have got the qualities of a Partey or a Xhaka or.
Listen, right now after last couple of performances, Partey is irreplaceable right now. What he brings to the team, and what he does is irreplaceable. So that's a huge loss, huge loss. But look, my only thinking is that they're letting Maitland-Niles go because they've got something lined up.
Yeah, it has to be. That's the only thing that
they will, man. For sure, they will.
That's my thinking, because they would not go into the runner games that we have short. They just wouldn't. That would just slap in the face of incompetence and negligence.
I think what you're seeing them do is make it like now, instead of just buying players, we're trying to and we're being more successful in getting rid of the one or two here or there to finance your next move, as it were. You know, just to kind of keep everything financially in check. It's very responsible and smart, and dare I say, smart and proactive. You know, the way that we're kind of going about our business from the summer.
Yep.
And I think, you know, if we can get 2 or 3 more off the books, that's money towards a striker now, isn't it? You know,
yep.
And I still think that's possible. So we'll see, man.
Let's hope. Fingers crossed that these guys. The reason why I'm so nervous is because of the previous years and what has gone on. So, but I'm putting, you know, a little bit of faith in these guys. Know that, you know, to say or know what they're doing, basically. But we're gonna wrap it up there. Just the last comment then from SKTV, centre mid, maybe even to Neves and Jack, pay as you play. I don't mind. Thoughts? Anyone?
Let's get the first CM first, innit? Let's get the first CM, and then we'll talk about
the Neves part is fine. The Jack Wilshere nostalgia bit, not so much. Yeah, but I mean Neves, yeah.
As much as I love Jack and he's my guy, but let's get Neves and have Wilshere can train with us still. No, don't get me wrong, but
he's teaching them well, man. He's teaching them well, man.
I'd rather he moved into our coaching setup and just hung up his boots, called time on it. And just basically went into the youth academy and just worked with the youth.
It's hard, though.
When you've been playing football,
when you've been playing football all your life, it's hard to hang up your boots, man.
Was he 28? He's 28.
He's 29. He's 29. He's 29. But
still young enough, man. Still young enough. Guys. So Cannon FC. Big up yourself. Big man panel this evening. Happy New Year to you as well, Cannon FC. Love that. And last couple, Bruno is coming. Trust me. Okay. I want to know your source, Mr. Fox. I want to know your source.
We pray.
Love back. Listen, guys, want to thank you. Listen, as the special reports will be coming in each and when they break with the Armoury here. We're obviously doing a daily transfer news as well. For bringing you guys up to date for the transfer rumors, incomings, and also outgoings. So listen, there's more to come. Gunslingers tomorrow. I'm sure you see more of the same. But until then,
see you later, guys.
Take it easy, guys.